Hi, this is Miss Michal, and welcome to my garden program. We're going to start with the wonderful story, The Little Gardener by Emily Hughes. And then we're going to go on a little tour of my greenhouse. This was the garden. It didn't look like much. But it meant everything to its gardener. It was his home. It was his supper. It was his joy. You see how tiny he is? He's eating with a worm. Only he wasn't much good at gardening. It wasn't that he didn't work hard. He worked hard. Very, very hard. Can you see? He's even pulling something on his back. And he's almost the size of a slug. I'm sorry, a snail. He was just too little. But there was one thing that did blossom in his garden. See, this is the stalk of it. It was a flower. It was alive and wonderful. It gave the gardener hope, and it made him work even harder. He worked all morning. He worked all afternoon. He even worked all night. Still, the garden was dying. He would have no home. He would have no supper. He would have no joy. One night, feeling tired and sad, he made a wish. See, he made a wish upon the moon. I've done that before. No one heard his little voice. His little voice said, "I wish I had a bit of help." We all need help sometimes. But someone saw his flower. The next day, the gardener was weary and slept the whole day. He slept the whole week. He even slept the whole month. And when he finally woke, it had been just long enough for something to change. Look at all of the flowers. This is the garden now. And this is its gardener. He doesn't look like much, but he means everything to his garden. Wasn't that a lovely story? The reason I love it so much is it talks about how important a garden is to the person who keeps it. And I've always felt the same way. And how just a flower can make a huge difference to you. So now we're going to walk through the yard and come to my little greenhouse, which is my garden. Sort of like a secret garden. Come follow me. this wonderful little place is Miss Michal's greenhouse. It's tiny, but it's mine. And I often read in here. And whenever I'm here, I'm surrounded by my favorite plants. I have my chair, my little table, and I even have a fountain, which I didn't put on right now because I wanted you to be able to hear me. So come on in, and I'll show you some of my favorites. This, and I don't know if you can see the flower up close. This is called the Flower of Love, and it is from India, and it has the most beautiful smell of probably all flowers. It smells like jasmine and gardenia. It's supposed to bring you good luck. Another favorite of mine is this wonderful, it's called the chenille plant, and it looks like it has fuzzy worms on it. Can you get a close-up of these? And if you were to touch them, they're soft and furry. I remember when my daughter was little, I used to tease her that these were actually pink worms on the plant. Can you see it? Now, sometimes plants are used for healing. They're really healthy for you. So I want to show you a tiny little guy. I grew from seed. And he's a special basil used in India. He has the most beautiful scent. And when you make a tea of it, it relaxes you. It's called the sacred basil. Hello, Miss Maisie. I think my little Maisie, my daughter, wants to say hello. Do you want to wave and then go back outside with Daddy?
Hello.
Do you have a favorite flower you'd like to show?
Just have to find it. He's my prickly
Oh,
buddy.
that's your favorite cactus.
He's my prickly little buddy. But I call him Prickles because he's a prickler.
Now, I also have a very large orchid collection.
Whoa.
And orchids usually live way up high in the trees. So what you do is when you put an orchid in a pot, you do not put soil in it, you put tree bark. And baby orchids have the nicest name. They're called kikis. And this one in particular I'm excited about because, do you see this right here? This is going to be a big, beautiful bloom.
Oh, see?
See?
Wow. Mom, I have a question. What happened to your cactus?
Well, I'll find it later, Miss Maisie. Okay, we're going to wait. We're also growing tomatoes in our greenhouse. You want to pick the tomato? Do you want to show the tomato? Aww.
We can wash it. We can wash it.
This is another one of my favorite plants. It's called a chrysanthemum.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And then this is a geranium. And I grow them from seed in all different colors. This one is a beautiful peachy pink. But they come in pink and red and purple and white. And I will end with showing you two of my favorite plants.
Don't end yet.
This beautiful plant.
Don't end yet.
Okay, Miss Macy. Just let Mommy finish, okay? This beautiful plant is called rose geranium. And as you can see, it has beautiful pink flowers. And it smells like roses. And 100 years ago, they would put these leaves into cakes and make rose geranium cake. And my final plant show and tell is this lovely plant. It's very old-fashioned. It's called the balsam rose. I grew it from seed, and if you look very closely, it has the most beautiful flowers. And they used to grow these all the time 100 years ago. All right, Miss Maisie, did you want to show something?
Yeah. Lavender, and there's one more thing. Lamb's ear.
Lamb's ear is your favorite, huh?
Lamb's ear is my favorite
That's been your favorite since you were a baby.
kind of plant. It's extra soft. If you ever get the plant name lamb's ear, feel it. Or don't get it, just feel it if you see it.
It feels like velvet, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a lamb ear.
So can we say goodbye to everybody and thank
Bye.
them for joining us? Guys,
Bye.
thank you so much for joining us on our little trip.
Bye.
And I hope you have a wonderful day and get out there and garden, because a world of adventure and beauty awaits you if you do.